my beliefs. Okay, so this is, if I had to make my own political party, this is what I would be running off of. This is my personal beliefs. Let's get into it. So, immigration. We have a major crisis in this country with illegal immigrants flocking over our southern border. To the point of, there could be terror. I'm not going to say there could be. There is. Terror cells, terror groups, terrorists in this country we don't know about. We don't know their name. We don't know what country they're from. There is all these people that we do not know about. And I think that needs to stop. I think that it is unfair to not only the American public, but to the legal immigrants. You wait and you go through the process legally. It's unfair to those people to allow people to come here illegally. Do it the legal way. With that being said, I think there needs to be a complete pause on any immigration for at least 6 months, maybe a year, maybe longer, till we figure out what the hell is going on. Till we figure out who's in this country, why they're in this country, and are they a danger to the general public. I think it is a national security risk at this point, as we do not know who is here, why they are here, if they have ties to foreign governments, etc. With that being said, I think that the immigration issue can be addressed, or at least slowed down, by building a wall, a physical barrier, not with gaps, a full physical barrier from point A all the way to point B on the other side of the country. That is how to address the immigration issue. Social welfare programs, food stamps, etc. This is, I don't believe it is the government's job to take care of its population. I believe that is I don't believe it's the government's job to be a charity. I think the government's got one job, and that is to protect your God-given rights and your constitutional rights. Therefore, whose job is it to take care of the poor? Whose job is it to take care of the disabled? That job falls on the church. Local churches, mega churches, all the church needs to take care of the poor, and the church needs to take care of the disabled. I believe that is their job, to provide health care, to provide food, to make sure these people are well fed, clothing on their back and everything. I believe that is the church's job and not the government. And then in terms of end-of-life Social Security, I believe if you take, instead of charging people taxes every year to put toward their Social Security, if they took that money when they are young, when they are 20, 19, 18, and they saved that money from the time they were 18 all the way up, I believe that they would have a good amount of money saved up at the end of their life to live off of that money. I don't believe it is the government's job to provide a Social Security safety net for their citizens. I know that might be a little controversial, but if we lower the taxes enough and allow people to put money aside due to lower cost of living, they can save up. You got to start young. You can't just start it when you're in your 50s. No, that's not going to work. You have to start it when you're young. So if we were to phase it out, it would have to be gradual. Abortion is simple. Abortion is murder. You're ending that life, and it is a human life that you're ending. No exceptions. That's just how it is. That's just healthcare. Yeah, this is a thing Obama screwed up. Privatize healthcare through people's employers. I don't believe it is the government's job to provide healthcare to its citizens either. Again, that goes back to gun control is another one that's real simple. Shall not be infringed. The Constitution makes it pretty clear we have a right to defend ourselves, and I believe we should be allowed, with the exception of if you're a felon, I believe you should be allowed to own or possess guns, ammo, anything to defend yourself from other people, other mental nut jobs that like to commit mass shootings and violent attacks, or a tyrannical government. Gay rights, same-sex marriage. Okay, so first of all, I think the church needs to stay out of marriage entirely. I think the only reason the church is in marriage is so that people can get a marriage certificate and that so they can get their money. The greedy government wants their money. That's all that comes down to. There's two kinds of marriage. There's a biblical marriage and there's a societal marriage. A societal marriage is really anything. It's just an agreement between two individuals and that they're going to live together until they get tired of each other, and then they're going to do whatever. Whatever. There's no real concrete definition. It's whatever you want it to be. A biblical marriage is between one man, one woman, and the church, and it is a commitment to God that you will get married, you will have kids, and you will raise those kids in the church. That is the definition of marriage. So, if you want to be gay, lesbian, whatever, you can have a secular marriage. I don't care. But you cannot have a biblical marriage. A biblical marriage is between a man and a woman. And if you're gay, I don't care. I'm not going to treat you any differently based off of your sexuality. How you treat me. How do you treat me? I'm not going to treat you differently just because of who you sleep with. I don't really care. Military spending, I believe we need to have a strong military. Peace through strength. We need to keep ourselves out of foreign conflicts that don't directly involve us. Now, if somebody bombs us, we obviously have the right to defend ourselves. But I don't think we should be starting or aiding other countries and involving ourselves in conflicts that shouldn't involve us. Economy, we run off of a capitalist system. Taxes, we continue to lower taxes. Keep taxes low. That allows people to have more money in their pocket at the end of the day. Capital punishment only in certain circumstances for heinous acts such as murder, pedophilia, possibly even rape. The war on drugs, look, we need to stop locking people up. If you're a drug seller and you sell drugs, we'll lock you up because you put other people's lives at risk. But if you are addicted to drugs, our goal is not going to be to incarcerate you. Our goal is going to be to get you the help that you need and get you off of them drugs and get you being a productive member of society. The federal deficit, we got to lower the federal deficit. We cannot continue to have a country because the federal deficit and us continuing going to debt every single year due to our government overspending, what that is doing is that is devaluing the dollar, making the dollar have less power, which is then making the price of things go up. Inflation. That is the real reason of inflation. And it's only going to continue to get worse. That's really it. I think we touched everything. Capitalism, yeah, we touched. Yeah, we touched everything. So yeah, that's what I believe personally. And if I had my own political party, though, that's what we would be running off of. And another thing we'd be doing is simply this. If you're in Congress, if you're in the House, Senate, whichever, you are not going to be trading in the stock market. We will put an end to that right away. Oh, and another thing, you're not going to be receiving money from foreign countries. APAC, we'd completely blow that up. You're not receiving foreign funding from other countries. We are America. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we are America first. We're putting this country first. Not Israel, not any other country. We are putting this country first. End of story. I don't know why we allow our politicians to be bought out, which is technically what it is, by Israel. That just leads into the corruption of our government. God bless. Have a good week. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and follow my other accounts. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, YouTube, Threads, TikTok, Rumble, Telegram, and Truth Social. Thank you. God bless. Have a nice day.